Linda Khan is the woman in charge of the Federal Trade Commission, and right now she's got both Facebook and Amazon very anxious, and in fact both of them have campaigns to actually remove her from that office. Who is she? She was named the FTC chair by U.S. President Joe Biden in mid-June. She's also a 32-year-old associate professor of law at Columbia University. But what has her making Bezos and Zuckerberg very worried is her very strong antitrust position. So basically it seems that she, as the head of the FTC, will be going very hard at Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg for their monopolistic position. Now, she's just ahead of the FCC chair, but there are 5 seats, of which no more than 3 can belong to one party, and right now 3 of them belong to the Democratic Party. This is what has them so worried because of much of the rhetoric that has been coming out of the party with their faux reforms over monopolies. I mean, that's one of the things that the capitalist state is supposed to do, is support a free and fair market, so to speak. In other words, to break up monopolies. And this Linda Khan seems like just the woman to do it. What she intends to do is update antitrust policies for the digital age. This has been long running the monopoly's concern for their profit margins. Basically, she wants to redefine what a monopoly is. Now, this is significant because the Biden administration has already signed 72 executive orders to deal with this kind of situation, to increase corporate competition across the United States. In other words, to undermine the amount of monopoly that exists. I mean, after all, that is where we are in the stage of capitalism, the stage of monopoly capital leading to imperialism. So it would seem only right that the U.S. government would do something to foster competition and undermine those monopolies. Republicans seem to be on board to a degree. Both Democrat and Republican lawmakers unveiled a 5-bill package designed to rein in big tech's power by creating guardrails around mergers and even more playing field for competitors. Now, this does represent a divide within the capitalist class, some of the larger bourgeoisie against some of the smaller bourgeoisie. And when we're talking Amazon and Facebook, we're talking very, very large bourgeoisie, 1% kind of bourgeoisie, where these are probably, still significantly very powerful over the average person, but very small in comparison to them. Because that is what capitalism does. It always tends toward monopoly. In every place that capitalism has ever existed, it has gone towards monopoly. That has been going to a monopoly and then essentially forcing imperialism in order to keep the capitalist system going, due to what I see is a tendency of the rate of profit to fall, so they have to access new markets, cheaper resources, etc. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about this monopoly stage itself and the effects that it has domestically. And essentially the Democratic Party is trying, and the Republican Party to some degree, is trying to break up that monopoly in order to get more small competitors inside in order to foster, market choice or whatever cosmetic attempt at appearing to be a democracy, etc. And this is going to undermine the rates of profit for those large companies. So there's going to be a backlash against this. Like I said, Facebook and Amazon have already put together each of their own calls, paperwork, etc. I forget what it's called right now, in order to have her removed from that position because they were afraid for their monopolies because of her very strong antitrust position. So it's going to be very interesting to watch in the future exactly what happens with big tech and with regards to what Linda Khan is going to do with them. Because I do think it would be a very good idea to have a breakup of those monopolies and allow people to have some real choice in this ever-growing capitalist dystopia. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.